Hello Trinity people, we are glad that you're back with us for another video getting you ready to meditate with us. As you know, every Wednesday night we do a world healing meditation where we try and empower an energy into the consciousness that we think is going to make a difference. This week it is a wonderful energy. It's respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respect. Respect's very useful, and I'm going to give you a couple of self-defense scenarios that I hope will illustrate exactly the feeling of this energy, because that's what we want you to get. The sensation of how this energy lives in your life, so that it's not just a word. You can't meditate on a word. If you would like to be a part of our meditations, subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button so that this video gets promoted over and over on YouTube, and other people can be a part of it. Join in if you would. As I said, this week we're looking at respect. And the simple truth of respect is that it makes other energies more effective. Now the problem is that we all bandy the word respect around, but we don't really embody it. You may say that you respect the energy of protection, but if you don't practice it, then you don't really respect it. You may love it, but you don't respect it. You may say you value the energy of freedom and would never do anything to block you or anybody else into a corner, but if you have no physical practice of freedom in your life, then no, you don't really respect that energy. For instance, I saw several videos on the internet this weekend because I'm constantly trolling through the news. I'm a self-defense teacher and I need, those perspectives, those raw videos of what actually happens in violent confrontations. And they're all over the internet. And this week I saw a terrible, terrible video of this man running around stabbing little children on a playground in France. He had a knife. I'm sure he was mentally deranged or something. But if I were to ask you what would you do in that situation, almost 100% of you would say, well, I would go tackle him or fight him or protect the children in some way. Everybody says that, but in the video, it did not play out that way, because a moment like that is one of extreme stress. Suddenly, this is a really bad situation. It went from 0 to 100 really quick, and you're confronted by this horrible situation, and your body dumps adrenaline, and your mind goes, duh. Because under conditions of extreme stress, your brain doesn't come up with new neural pathways. It relies on the habits that you already have. Everybody says, well, I would rise to the occasion. If there was some horrible situation, I would step up and I would be a hero. Not if you don't practice it, you wouldn't. If you haven't established those neural pathways already, they're not going to suddenly pop into existence in the middle of the most extreme situation you've ever faced. I looked at that video and there was one woman that just went up to the man and kind of cried and batted at him ineffectually and then fell down. Now, if I had asked her beforehand, would you protect these children? She'd be like, well, hell yes, I would. But that's not what happened, because she's never practiced that. Another man picked up a backpack and just used it as a shield and tried to interfere with the man. But the man just kept running in circles, stabbing people, and the other man with the backpack was just chasing around behind him. Now, he would have said, yes, I will protect the children, but that's not how it played out, because he had no neural pathway for that. There was nothing about attacking the man, tackling him, striking him, tripping him. None of that had ever been practiced. So his brain just went, I don't know, backpack maybe. Another woman just sat there and clutched her child and whimpered. Now, it would have been at least better if she had screamed, help, help, there's a man with a knife, get the police. But she'd never practiced that. And so under extreme stress, her brain just said, I got nothing. And it did the only thing it knew how to do, which was just sit there frozen. Now, All of these people would say, I love protecting children. But loving something and respecting it are two different things. Respect means that you have practiced it. You have put in some time anchoring this thing into a physical habit in your life. If you don't do that with an energy, then you don't really respect that energy. So I'm going to offer you a few places where you can practice. If you think of a situation like that where children are in danger, there's a madman running around, what would you do? Would you attack? If you say, yes, I would attack him, then you need to practice that. Every time you go by a mirror or something, go, ha! And just practice slamming your hand out there. If you say, I would scream for help, then next time you're in the pantry, you go, hey, can somebody help me get this thing down? Even if there's nobody home, raise your voice. Practice calling for help so that you've established that neural pathway. And if you say, oh, I would run and get help. I wouldn't stay there and fight. I would run away. I would grab a child and run with it. Okay, have you practiced that? If not, you probably wouldn't. So next time you're bringing your mail in from the mailbox or bringing a bag of groceries in from your car, run to the door. Pretend that the hounds of hell are after you and run to the door. And you say, well, I can't run. Well, then don't pick that one. That's probably not what you would do under stress if you can't even do it in daily life. Practice calling for help or attacking. Do something that you know you can practice. Simple things like that where you practice running away or striking or calling out for help, raising your voice, reaching out. If you don't put those neural pathways in place now, in a pressure situation, they won't be there. And you can't really respect an energy if you are not practicing it. If you think this stuff's cool, stay tuned for more Trinity.